Trapping.
Well, let's not forget the mic this time.
Oh, God. Yeah, thanks for reminding us.
Yeah, here.
That one's on my boot.
That's on your boot.
If I can. Oh, my God, I can.
It was the people looking back to Status with Boys podcast. I'm Jacob, and I'm here with
KJ.
Yeah, and it is episode 102. We're just going right along with the freaking over 100 episodes now, so.
Well, you know what that means when we get halfway through the episode?
Mm.
We did try 102.5.
Oh, my God.
If you don't know that, there's this, what, is it FM or AM radio?
I can't remember.
There's this radio, I don't know if it's a show, but every time the radio comes on for 102.5, it's try 102.5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I just randomly thought about that. So we really have now tried 102.5. 102.5.
Yeah, some songs I even freaking heard that on the freaking radio.
I don't think I even have 102.5 anymore.
I can't remember the last time I listened to the freaking. Because I remember back in middle school, I used to have a freaking radio going just because the music helped me sleep over came on.
Yeah,
in middle school.
I still have my Coca-Cola radio. Another thing I have that my family gave me as a Christmas present back when I was first getting into cassette tapes was a radio, CD, and cassette player. It was one of my favorite gifts. It also had an aux cord, which was surprising.
Huh.
I remember I stole that aux cord, then I lost it because I only used it to play music in my car.
I think, yeah, because that's one time I really listened to music was when I was on the radio in my room because I would have it on while I sleep throughout the night and then homework and stuff. That was like over 7 years ago at this point. So it's been a long time, but 2016 to 2017, yeah.
Speaking of that time frame, I actually have nothing. But we do have something to bring up only because we are now having to say farewell.
Yeah, to
MATPAT.
MATPAT, yeah. It's just, I find it so bizarre that, never thought that, YouTubers
would quit.
Yeah, not only that, but, retire.
I think the thing that's sad about it too is most of the YouTubers that we watched that did it for a career, the two ways that they usually ended, or at least as big as MATPAT, the two ways that they usually ended up going was they quit YouTube out of nowhere, or we actually found out they went to jail for something. Yeah, needless to say, we're not going to bring up the thousands of Minecraft pedophiles.
Yeah.
How many Minecraft YouTubers became pedophiles? I think.
Let's search it up.
If I remember correctly, Tobuscus was accused of that. That's the reason why.
Really?
That's why he no longer uploads.
Tobuscus?
Minecraft YouTubers.
I forgot. I fucking searched that up before.
Have you?
How many people died from oral sex? I remember because it was a genuine question I had.
That's a TikTok moment right there. How many people die of oral sex, Jacob?
Well, no, because I remember. We'll get back to MATPAT, don't worry. But or the freaking Minecraft YouTubers that we were talking about, or whatever we were talking about before. But I remember, I had a genuine freaking, question because I was really curious of can anyone? At first, I was thought about because there's at least
a few oral STDs you could get.
Yeah. But freaking, what was it that led to that? Oh yeah, I was seeing how many people have actually died from freaking choking on a hot dog. Yearly.
Let me guess. I was the one that made you search that up.
No.
Oh really? Not me choking on a hot dog? Please,
yeah.
Real quick, do you have that video posted anywhere?
No, I just have it saved on my phone. Of him going there's only a video of him with a freaking this raw ass hot dog going hot dog.
Yeah, so we learned I could do the Jennifer Coolidge impression. We were having hot dogs one night, and I just went hot dog that I shoved it down my throat. This is while we were in the kitchen out there. Shoved it down my throat, coughed it, just leapt out of my throat, landed on the ground. So then we made a video inside here where I'm by the edge of this bed. I go, hot dog, I do that. Then I start choking on it because it actually got stuck, and then I go, like I was giving birth and I was bird.
Oh yeah, freaking yeah. So first, so I want you to guess the amount of people that actually die from choking on a hot dog yearly.
I'm gonna say 50. Oh, higher up. Okay, 70.
About 70 people die from choking on a hot dog yearly.
How many people die from oral sex though?
I've looked it up before, and it said none, surprisingly, but there's been people that have like fucking blacked out from it. I remember that there's one of a porn star while they're on set and it was happening, she blacked out for like a few minutes, and the guy was freaking because she thought she actually died, and then she woke up normally,
God,
like out of nowhere.
That's the WWE version of Undertaker. Who did he fight in that match?
What match?
Where he thought he almost killed someone.
Oh, fucking Mankind when he threw him off freaking Hell in a Cell, yeah.
Yeah, I imagine that's what that moment must be like. Where it's like and it's so ironic too. You're both doing acting. You're both doing your duty. You exaggerate a little too far, then you have to stand in the cage going, "Did I kill someone?" God, that's such a bizarre thing. Imagine it was fucking China from WWE.
But yeah. So apparently 70 people die from choking a hot dog yearly, and we don't have any deaths from oral sex yet, according to Google. So.
I mean, there is STDs you could get from oral sex.
That's true, but like not like immediately die from happening.
The ironic thing about this, I've also searched this up, and from what I remember, there's only been like 1 or 2 recorded deaths of that actually happening. I'm searching this up actually. Here, you hold the microphone. We're fact checking this.
Fact checking, and then we'll get back to well, it was Minecraft tutorials, and we'll get back to MATPAT later on.
Oh yeah, another thing that I want to bring this up, so I'll bring it up now. Zach called me earlier today because he saw your TikTok on the AI ads.
Yeah.
And then he was laughing. I'm like, what are you laughing over? And he said, someone in the comment section told you, dude, respectfully take a shower.
Oh, yeah.
I
saw that, yeah.
Respectfully take a shower.
Yeah.
I'm a little dead from that still.
Well, no, but like seriously though, the freaking AI ads on TikTok,
dude,
they're terrible now.
People die.
Like before, I didn't mind ads on TikTok as being because I was gonna make their money. But come on, but now it's just all the freaking AI ads of like a freaking AI girlfriend or whatever. It's like there's freaking children on this goddamn app. And not only that, if you're that fucking lonely, like I don't know whose idea was to start that? Probably some sort of fucking pedophile, probably. I don't know.
Okay, so something came up and it's 11 embarrassingly insane deaths during sex. Imagine it's just like the different ways you could die to an animal. Also, the microphone's being pointed away from me.
Oh.
Yeah, so I found 11 embarrassingly insane deaths during sex, and the first thing I think of when I bring this up is it going to be like the worst ways to die from an animal?
Oh God!
You remember?
Yeah, I remember
the beaver.
Yeah. The beaver.
All right, Kenneth Pinion, death via horse. Okay, remember this is sex. As if a novel about a woman having sex with a bear winning Canada's top literary award. It's already crazy enough that the next one is probably crazier. An engineer for a Boeing living outside of Seattle, and after work he would regularly visit a farm where he would have sex with one of the male horses who would be on the receiving end, which fascinates me, by the way. Takes some twisted. Specifically, death by orgasm of the horse. One of the horses got too deep in him and caused a perforated colon resisted immediate medical attention. This wasn't like a Vasily Jerry going into his rectum in a 1 in a million shot, so he ended up dying from his complications with the injury.
What the fuck?
His death actually led to a change in Washington state law. Bestiality is now a felony, punishable up to 5 years in prison.
Damn.
Electric nipple clamps.
What the fuck?
Death via men's bathroom asphyxiation.
Bro, that also looks like a figure like an HDMI cord. Who looks like an HDMI cord?
Okay, in the middle of the night, he went into his stalls in the men's bathroom at his building wearing a wetsuit, a gas mask, gloves, and boots. He inhaled some poppers in the gas mask, and that very well may have aroused him, but he also suffocated and died. He's not the only person to die in sexual choking accidents, but he gets the spot of the others because of the little nuances. Death via polygamous? What the fuck? Polygamous is like having multiple wives, but like they're not allowed to see anyone else or date anyone else. So polyamory is the sexuality of like multiple people loving each other, and polygamy is the practice of multiple women or multiple men loving one woman, usually associated with cults.
Okay.
Death by sexual falling. A cab driver, these two students at the University of South Carolina, and they were having sex on the roof of a building. They picked a bad roof, which proved to be fatal. It was pyramid-shaped and slippery from rain, causing the couple to slip and plummet 50 feet to the ground below. A cab driver found their lifeless and naked body and immediately realized this is one of those unbelievable deaths during sex. It's the only case I could find where a parachute would have been better than a condom. Death from calling out the wrong name. While 53-year-old Colin Scully and his 39-year-old wife Tracy were having sex, she shouted out Paul. He suspected she was banging a guy named Paul, who they were from their scooter club. Anyway, Colin ended up smothering her and she died. Death by blowjob.
What?
Well, many people see this as legit sexual activity. Oh, wait. Receiving oral sex in a brothel from his assistant. People see this as a legit sexual activity. Some don't count this as having sex. Either way, there would have been an American politician, should have bathhouse. His death made a woman go into shock and suffering from lockjaw. His dead rigor motorizing genitalia had to be surgically removed from her mouth.
I remember hearing something like that.
What the fuck?
Something like that.
Death by chicken coop masturbation. Was found naked, dead, in a chicken coop outside of his bedroom. His computer inside of his room was still playing porno. The police determined that he was so excited by the porno that for some reason he went out to the chicken coop to have his way with himself. Cold temperature outside and his elevated heart rate for masturbation teamed up to cause a fatal myocardial infarction. Death by garage sex. It's cold, so they turn on the engine to run the heat. Oh, and the garage door was closed, so the carbon monoxide.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Death via orgy. Do you know what that is? An orgy?
Like a whole bunch of people having sex.
Yeah. Sergei was a 28-year-old Russian man who found himself in a situation you only find in a porno. Two women bet him he couldn't sexually satisfy them during a 12-hour threesome.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, to be fair, he took the bet for around $4,300.
$4,000, so $4,300 basically?
Yep. Then chugged a bottle of Viagra. Drew successfully pulled off the 12-hour orgy, and it was time for them to pay up. He dropped dead from a heart attack. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't fucking...
Oh my god. I can understand people dying from sex, but, you know, that was kind of interesting.
We would start the beginning half.
Yeah, so speaking of death, should we get back to MATPAT?
We were talking about the freaking
Minecraft YouTubers.
Yeah, the Minecraft YouTubers.
Why do we get so sidetracked?
Minecraft YouTubers have died.
Technoblade, I know, is one of them.
Yeah, YouTubers.
Speaking of, actually, did you see that Minecraft? You know those loading screens where they have like the small little yellow prompt where it's like, also check out Terraria, or it's like new Bedrock version. They put on one of those things for the side of the Minecraft logo where it says Technoblade never dies because that's his logo, or that was his saying was Technoblade never dies.
Yeah.
And it was so sad that he died from cancer.
There's a website on it. These Minecraft YouTubers have been canceled and arrested for serious criminal charges.
I remember him. I forgot his name.
I'm sure we'll find out when we scroll down.
Hang on, no, go up because I want to see this. You're going to the wrong spot. I'm trying to see their names.
Oh.
Because I remember this guy specifically, the one to the left.
Yeah.
What was his names? Popular MMOs? Not popular MMOs.
Jacob, do you take a shower?
What? I will tonight.
You've now had TikTok comments, me, and now Ty tell you to take a shower.
Yeah, I'll take them fucking tonight before bed. How about that? Jesus.
Lion Maker, I don't know him.
But I mean, honestly, I haven't freaking no a whole lot of the popular Minecraft. The ones that I like dedicated to channel Minecraft.
Jin Bop.
I don't know that.
I don't know him, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I forgot popular MMOs. So have you ever watched popular MMOs?
Mm-mm.
I don't remember how his intro went, but he usually did like the mystery blocks.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the biggest thing on his channel, and he did it with his wife at the time, Jen.
Mm-hmm.
Because Popular MMO's real name was Pat, and he was married to a woman named Jen. They did Minecraft videos together on YouTube. I forgot what happened. The couple eventually separated, and Popular MMO seemingly attempted to recreate that guy-girl synergy again by bringing girls to his platform. Okay. Much later, the YouTube dated again, but several allegations from women he interacted with in a now-deleted TikTok by his current girlfriend claim that Popular MMOs abuses women. The matter hasn't been brought to court, but constant claims have soured his reputation. That is true.
Yeah.
He used to be really famous as a Minecraft YouTuber. Then he fell off, unfortunately. Okay, now to the ones that were arrested. Jim Bob and So Popular MMOs wasn't found guilty of the allegations against him, but was arrested in 2020 for attempting to streak during a football game. If you don't know what streaking means, it basically means I don't know if you have to be drunk for it, but basically walking naked.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, like those people that you see drunk on the side of streets.
Yeah.
And they're naked. That's what streaking is. Yeah, for some reason they only had those ones, so I'm going to another one. Oh yeah, Call Me Carson.
That name sounds a little familiar.
Yeah, he made a good amount of videos. He got very famous. I can't really find it, but who are your top 3 like Minecraft YouTubers?
Top 3? I'm trying to. I don't know, does freaking PewDiePie count?
Technically, yes, because he started off doing Minecraft.
Not only that, but I remember I watched his series when he came back to Minecraft in like 2019.
That was such a nice fucking series, dude. To this day, I'm still probably going to name my son Water Sheep. You should also name your son Water Sheep, so he could be like father to you.
Another, I don't know if you know him, but he dedicated Minecraft on his channel for a long time. Sunday.
Yeah, or S Sunday,
or was SSUNDEE.
Yeah, Sunday. I remember him.
Yeah. I remember I watched him a little bit with Minecraft videos.
Okay, we can't talk about Minecraft without bringing up one of the best. For a time, he was strictly Minecraft. That's how he got his name. TDM. Dan
yeah.
TDM.
Yeah.
Actually,
him.
I remember. You see this? I see this a lot on YouTube, where people always bring up their old Minecraft YouTubers and which ones became pedophiles for some reason. That it was a big amount for some reason. But I remember everyone was so happy to hear that Dan TDM. He has a kid now.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And he chooses he doesn't show his kid on camera at all.
Which is better.
Yeah,
piracy too.
Well, yeah, he even said in a video that he doesn't show his kid because he knows the internet and the freaks that are on it, so he doesn't want anything like that. One Minecraft YouTube channel I was really into was Think Noodles. Did you ever watch him?
I don't think so. I think I've heard of him. Like I said, I didn't watch a whole lot of like Minecraft YouTubers other than the most obvious ones, but
yeah. Okay, close to the mic. He had a YouTube video series called Thinks Lab, where he did what a lot of people did during this time, which was download mods. And if you remember, mods were fucking famous as hell during this time. They still really are, because mods improve Minecraft by so much. Like shaders is a mod that people keep on because it makes the game more beautiful. Or what's another mod that people liked? Oh yeah, the shield mods. I remember those were famous. Dragon mods that you could ride. Yeah, but Think Noodles was like one of my favorites. Yeah, he makes more kids.
Oh, yeah.
You remember? Oh, let me guess. You remember by the intro, or
it was just cat. The cat bitmoji, or the fuck you want to call it, like the bitmojis. Yeah,
he makes more not movies. He makes more videos for like younger kids, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Just he was mostly famous for the time that I watched him, at least for his Minecraft videos. Where is it? Really, you're gonna show this entire thing without any bit of Thinks Lab? Fuck it. Yep. When was his last video? Yeah, but he basically made like a bunch of these, which was like kind of creating like a Minecraft world. He had a very nice building for his series too. Like I'll play a short bit of his video because it's exactly what it sounds. He had a lab. Oh, his old intro. Fuck, that brings back memories.
Your friend Think Noodles, and welcome back to Thinks Lab, where today we're just checking out the noodle soup recipe and making sure everything's safe.
Here, I want to see if I could find a video where he's outside of his lab. I know his first video will probably have it, or the McDonald's video. Oh, you know another big thing about Minecraft that we've never talked about? You remember how big of an icon Herobrine was?
Yeah.
Where it's like every single time that you'd go into a video game or a game of Minecraft, you'd always think like, all right, we're gonna try to get Herobrine to spawn, and you'd like make an emerald gate the same way you'd make. Not do him outside of his lab anymore.
So hungry.
Nope. Okay, we're probably gonna have to go all the way fucking.
Alright, guys.
Yeah, but these were the mods that he'd show off. It's also kind of hard to find it.
Yeah.
Right now, simply.
Just
Where the fuck is it? There it is. Oh yeah, and he has a not German Shepherd, a Golden Retriever in real life. So he named his Minecraft dog after it. He got a mod for a
we
Golden
haven't checked it
Retriever.
out, and we wanted to check it out with you guys, right, Kobe? Aren't you
Kobe.
excited to check that?
The thing that was cute about it at the time when I was a kid and watching this was my uncle's cat's name was Kofi. Or Copy,
Or
actually.
something. Wow, check this out. This is like a tractor trailer here. This is so cool. And there's some drivers inside, and it looks like that is the trailer that matches it. Yeah, it sure does.
Man, I think the reason why
Yeah,
I
the
still
same job
appreciate
as you guys
ThinkSlab
can
is
see
he
there.
made
It's like,
his
yes,
content for
leaving this
kids, and he
behind.
always kept it pure and
Something's
innocent, and he
gone
never
on
did
the
anything
ground.
bad
There's like a
with it.
scorched
Yeah.
earth, and oh wow, okay. Environmentally conscious, somewhat. I mean, they have scorched the entire earth here.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Check it out, Kobe.
No, where is
Check
it? Yeah,
out
this
here.
was
Oh, whoa.
that was one of the mods he always kept on with Minions.
This is amazing. Wow, check it out, Kobe. What do you think of this guy? Isn't he cool looking? Look at that eye. Don't you think it's awesome? And I guess he's on the computer here. And
So I'm not
behind
kind
him.
of
I'm not
like
really
doing
sure
some
what.
mind challenges that I remember
Doing Minecraft.
not only that, but like it was me, Hunter, and a few online friends that we did it with, and we created kind of like a hardcore Minecraft series, but like what the actual mod was acting like it was. So it was still fun as fuck though.
Dude, I'd love to do Minecraft with people again.
You know, some people are like,
I mean, I think like me, you, and Hunter, maybe somebody else.
Me, you, Hunter, and Zach.
you know,
Yeah,
sometimes
we
I
all
say
try
that,
doing
okay,
Minecraft
guys,
again.
We're gonna go to the Long Skeleton Farm, but you know, it's just me.
Actually, that was like freaking 2 years ago
Let's
when
go
we did
down
that.
where he said.
Yeah, and then this is where
It's,
where his lab was.
Whoa. All right, I'm gonna trust you, buddy, because you're a big fan. So I always trust my fans. Let's go. Woo! Oh, water break bomb. Thank you. Wow, that was. What was that?
Yeah, this was his lab. IHOP.
This episode is not sponsored by IHOP.
Or the syrup under the table.
Yeah, or the freaking coffee cup that freaking Hunter has.
Oh my god.
I don't know if they know about that story.
Yeah, but he was my favorite Minecraft YouTuber. He also did Crazy Craft, which was like a heavily modded Minecraft. But that was fun. Oh, really? And it pops up again.
Yeah, it pops up and recommended. So 13 million views now. Oh yeah, I remember Jack played Minecraft, and then Mark did too. He did a Minecraft series too a few years ago.
Yeah.
Because I remember he back when he first started, he was popular during the drunk Minecraft with Bob and Wade.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen it too. I just knew about it, and I remember I was gonna watch the whole freaking series, but I never got it, and I just didn't one day. I think I watched like one episode.
Let's see.
Two.
I started watching Jacksepticeye and PewDiePie start playing Minecraft by the time COVID hit. That's when I really started getting into their Minecraft series.
Yeah.
PewDiePie's I followed for the longest time, actually. He was my favorite YouTuber to watch when it came to Minecraft because I loved his world specifically.
Yeah.
When was the last time he played Minecraft?
I don't know. It's been so long. I remember because I used to do freaking Minecraft a shit ton back in 2021 for YouTube, and then I did it, and then I like stopped making Minecraft videos for like a year, and then I made a few, and then I stopped again. So, but I might get back into Minecraft again. So, I was probably just making my own solo series. I'm not sure how entertaining that would be.
I don't know either. That's honestly one of the reasons why I'd actually like to do it with you.
Yeah. Like even if it was just me and you playing online just casually, just like enjoy Minecraft.
I hate online Minecraft.
Yeah.
I can never get into online Minecraft. And I don't know how to explain it other than just online Minecraft is boring to me. His last video in Minecraft was about the warden.
Bros.
Yeah, about a year
I
ago.
wish I was joking. But
About
the
a year
Minecraft
ago.
warden.
Miracle. I put my
Actually, it's like it's crazy. Not only that, like it's weird. Again, like I said earlier, like it's weird to think that we're getting to the point where like
Rhea
our
Ripley
certain
celebrates after
freaking
defeating Becky Lynch and Natalya in a triple threat match to retain her WWE Women's World Championship title.
Rhea
The
Ripley slapped her
WWE
ass with
Super
a
Show title match took place in front of a sellout crowd at the Arena Monterrey in Monterrey, Mexico.
I just wanted to see that.
2 million views right there on a freaking YouTube.
Oh my
short.
god.
2 million views on a freaking YouTube short just for that. Shows you how freaking horny freaking the internet is.
Okay, one last video I want to see. Jack Black as Bob Ross.
It is absolutely
Hi, everyone.
absolute gold.
Thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time, this is an art show that me and Cage do every week. Today, we'll be focusing on our beloved KG Kyle Gass. Let's explore his body together, shall we? To capture the perfect KG skin tone, we need a little yellow, a little bright red. What the hell, a little green. Be brave. Mix them all together, it creates a perfect black. Or you can just use a Sharpie. That's what I do. And here we go. Really explore the contours of the chrome dome. Now you might notice he doesn't really have the curlicues on the side, but that's the way I like to remember Cage the most. Just capture that precociousness behind the eyes. We go right down. There's bravery there, but there's also terror and cowardice. Hi everyone.
I fucking love Jack Black. How can you possibly hate Jack Black?
Okay, there's only two reasons I could say why. Is one, there has been times, I believe, where he's been rude to his fans. The second reason being is a lot of people, when they came up to him and recognized him, apparently one thing that he's very famous for saying is when someone asks him to sign something, he's like, yes, I'm famous. So he's kind of like full of himself. Like he is and isn't, because he obviously is famous. Like ever since I was young and I started watching Kung Fu Panda, I always remembered his name and face.
Yeah.
Like he was an actor that had just a very memorable name, as well as just he had a really good career.
He's just a memorable character too. It's just him alone, like.
But also, like a good way to describe him is like, have you ever seen the movie Tenacious D? The movie based on his band.
I know the band, but I don't think I've seen the movie.
So in the movie, it kind of they decided to take Kyle's and Jack Black's life and kind of characterize them themselves and then make a movie. And in the movie, they were always like, yeah, we want to be famous and do this and be awesome rock stars, and they are that, but they're also not to the level of like a lot of other performers. Like a lot of people know Tenacious D; they're a good band. I love Tenacious D, one of my favorite bands. One of my favorite songs by them is, what's it called? Video Games is one of them, and Give Me All Your Money was another good one. And then one from the movie was Beelzebub. And I played that one around you a lot. But then at the end of the movie, they end up getting famous. Hey.
Oh, don't be recording me. So, when you take a shower, we need to do some laundry. Okay? So it doesn't make your room smell.
Alright.
Did you take a shower?
I did take a shower. I'm going back home today, actually.
Are you?
Yeah. Katie finally no longer has COVID.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm finally going back home today.
Nice.
Thank you.
Do you want to do me a favor?
Yeah.
Run out and get the mail for me.
I'll grab the mail. Keep them entertained.
Who's talking to?
That's a podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you guys.
Oh boy. Alright, so while Kirby's doing that, I noticed that for the longest time we always did the podcast like during the nighttime, which again, so that we don't get any interruptions. But I just think that like it kind of drawn out when we do it during the nighttime because we're just so tired. It's the end of the day, and again, it's during the day, but there's just a lot going on throughout the day around the house when we're doing stuff. So yeah, and yeah, so yeah. And we're talking about Jack Black. Oh wait, I was going to forget it's going to be a perfect opportunity to do the halftime advertising. So if you guys haven't subscribed to the podcast, what the hell are you freaking doing? Freaking hit subscribe on the podcast. Get us to 30 podcast subscribers. We're at 22 right now. You'll get new episodes every Saturday for the Dollywise podcast, and at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then hit the link in the description to my main channel, and subscribe to my main channel. You'll get all kinds of content over there every Friday, and you'll get gaming content, and you'll get podcast highlights over there as well, and whatnot, and get me to 300 subscribers. Right, 260 subscribers on the main channel. Thank you guys so much. We're getting closer and closer to that 300. And yeah, just a special reminder for the ones that haven't already, make sure to subscribe not only to the podcast but main channel as well. We appreciate you guys, and again, I want to thank you guys for letting us be part of your weekend. So yeah, anyways, back to our freaking regular scheduled programming.
You know what? I can't wait. One of the reasons I can't wait until we're 21 is that we could have the beers on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
To make it feel like it's an actual weekend.
Yeah.
I had one beer.
And another beer.
And another
2
beer.
beers. 3 beers. 4 beers. 5 beers. 6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers. And a Bloody Mary. I'm not drunk yet. I'm just getting started. I got it from a freaking TikTok from Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Dude, I don't know.
When he was still actively wrestling or working with the WWE, which was probably WWF at the time. Sorry.
Wasn't it his last match with WWE the one where he was challenged? I forgot who challenged him, but that was the same video we watched where Undertaker retired, right? That he was challenged.
His most recent match he ever had was against Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, which is the Mania that we watched together.
Yep.
About 2 years ago. But his last match before that was against The Rock, I believe, in 2003 at Mania.
I'm not gonna lie though, that WrestleMania was like one of the most iconic WrestleManias, and we were there to witness it.
Yeah.
Because that WrestleMania, we watched what's his name? I always forget his name. I know his name's Dom.
Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah,
Also
Dominic
known
Mysterio.
Also known as Dirty Dom.
Yeah, Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio battled against The Miz and Logan Paul. And that was Logan Paul's first match.
Yeah.
And then we watched Logan Paul betray The Miz. Undertaker retired.
Miz betrayed Logan Paul.
Yeah, you're right. The Miz betrayed Logan Paul. And we were very happy about that.
Yeah.
Then that same one, Undertaker retired.
Mm-hmm.
Stone Cold did another fight for WWE that carried out all the way to the stands.
Yeah.
I remember we were watching that and we were like, oh shit, he's actually hitting his head against the fucking stairs.
Yeah.
And what else happened? I feel like something else important happened. And I think that was the first time I ever watched one of my favorite female wrestlers, which was Bianca Belair.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bianca Belair's a good one, as far as female wrestlers.
Yeah, isn't her main rival Becky Lynch?
She has a few of them. Becky Lynch, Bayley.
Becky Lynch is enemies with everyone.
Yeah, she really was. Well, because she was like heel at the time, too, well, now her being a face. Well, because there's names like a heel is basically like bad guy / villain in wrestling. A face is basically like the good guy, hero kind of character.
Okay, I could get that.
Yeah.
What was Undertaker considered? Face or heel?
I don't know. He really that's why like Undertaker's like just
an anti-villain.
Yeah. Not only that, like he started off as a heel because his character wasn't an Undertaker.
Right.
Like he started off for so long as a heel.
But then he became so loved as a character.
Yeah, and then he just kind of, he was never really considered a face or a heel. He was always known as just being the Undertaker.
By the way, you know someone who I actually kind of regret slandering on our podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne Johnson. So here's what I'll say. Modern day Dwayne Johnson is boring. I'll say modern day is because he's very safe, is all I'm going to say. And that's not a bad reason. It's just like most of the stuff that he talks or like when he posts online, it just sounds like he's trying to advertise something.
Yeah.
Or someone wrote a script for him and he's reading off of it. Like Moist Critical, also known as Penguin Zero, did a video on this where The Rock lied like 3 different times about his first time going to In-N-Out. Where he's like, yeah, I don't go to In-N-Out. I've been there a few times only for my friends.
Yeah.
And then he made like video like another year later saying like first time at In-N-Out, then another one where it's like first time at In-N-Out.
Yeah.
So it's like that. But then actually I learned more about the Rock story from Jacob and from the podcast he was on with Joe Rogan.
Yes.
I wish we could get up to the level that Joe Rogan's at. Joe Rogan's podcast is the hallmark of what podcasts are.
Oh, yeah, it really has become so mainstream that, like, when people think of podcasts, they think of, like, oh,
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Like, he's the most talked about podcast, I think, in the world.
I mean, cause I think I've even watched a few episodes, kind of mainly because whenever he had wrestlers on there, but,
Yeah, because he's had Undertaker on there, actually.
Yeah, he's had Undertaker on there. Who else?
Rock.
Yeah.
But that's where I learned one thing about The Rock I'll give him credit for. I never knew how much he was actually hated in WWE when he the first 2 times he tried to create his characters.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the first time he tried to create a character, he tried to create kind of like what he did with The Rock, because his name was always The Rock, I believe, when he got into wrestling.
When he first got into wrestling, in 1997, he was known as Rocky Maivia.
Then no one liked his personality, so then he tried reinventing himself.
Yeah, and he really got over in like the next few years after that, like especially from 1998, 1999 through the 2000s, early 2000s.
So let's see, after his 2 times trying to reinvent his character, he thought that he failed in WWE, so he got into acting, and his first major screen performance was The Mummy.
Was it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, he had smaller roles in a few movies. One of his famous ones of this time was, I think it's after his 3rd time with WWE, but that was Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, because that's when I first remember watching.
You're pointing this away. Wherever the light is, that's where it's going to pick up the audio.
Okay.
Because it'll pick it up from like right here.
Yeah.
And nowhere else, not the top, not the back. So just quick trick I learned from you because your voice is kind of muffled last episode. We're still just trying to figure out this fucking microphone. We're trying to figure out everything because we're changing the way that we're doing this podcast.
Yeah.
The one thing I've tried talking to him about doing, and I don't know why we don't do it, is why we don't use the better quality camera.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then he tried doing acting, then no one liked his acting in such a big way, so then he went back to WWE, where he finally created what we know as The Rock today, which is like The Rock can do anything and take on anyone, was his personality, and everyone loved it.
Yeah.
Then eventually he got so famous in WWE that when he went back to try acting again, Disney hired him for a few movies. I remember one of his more famous ones was Game Plan. And then he did work to try to get out of that. So I'll say this, he has a very impressive career, but modern day Rock is kind of...
He's kind of been doing what he's been doing for so long, too. I think that's what it is now.
Yeah, I think he's just been with corporations for so long, he knows not to really give his own emotion or opinion.
It's been about, what, like 20 years at this point?
Yeah, like it's been his entire life.
Yeah.
But a good example of just, here's what I get annoyed about, is The Rock kind of plays the same character every movie now.
Yeah.
And I'm not one to talk, because my favorite actor plays the same character in almost every movie too. That's Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood is one of my favorite actors of all time. People consider him as the same as Rock, having the perfect Hollywood career.
Mine is Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. But the difference with someone like Hugh Jackman versus Clint Eastwood or The Rock is the genres that they're in are so very popular that you almost can't have a discussion about that genre without including them.
Yeah.
So say if we go back to the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, and we are making a Western, at one point, like if me and him were directors during this time, at one point me and him are going to bring up big names like John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, who else? Because I don't know a lot of Western actors. Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
He has the most iconic like voice when it comes to Westerns. So whenever you're making an action movie nowadays, the three people I think you'd consider would be someone like The Rock, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And what's another good third one? Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Like, those are three people that most people consider for, like, action roles. And it's just the fact that The Rock really has that, especially because he's older now, he has that look of, like, I've seen shit. And I've done shit.
Yeah.
He just kind of plays the same character every movie.
Mm.
And I think the thing that kind of solidifies that is his most iconic thing in almost every movie now, which is the...
Yeah.
And I get why the eyebrow raise is like his iconic move. He's been doing that since WWE.
Oh yeah, like when he first started his career. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Roman Reigns. I mean, his cousin. I mean, when he first started out, he was with because he worked from FCW, which is Florida Championship Wrestling, which is way before NXT, which is like kind of like college to the WWE or something like that, back in like 2010, and then he was with the Shield, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose.
You know, I love this, the fact that to you, NXT means wrestling. To me, NXT means cigarettes. Because the pack that my mom smokes is Marlboro NXT.
And well, because even with Roman Reigns now, I mean, he's one of the biggest names to know in WWE. I mean, he's the top guy. He's been the top guy for a little over 3 years now. So, and whatnot. But yeah,
he also has traditional Samoan tattoos too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He does. Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso.
Do you think that Roman Reigns, though, is only as famous as he is only because he's related to The Rock?
I don't think it's just because he's related to The Rock. I think it's more so just because of that whole family has been with the wrestling business since like the 80s. So like, I mean, because not only that, just the Illinois, or I don't know if that's how you pronounce their last name or not, but just that whole Illinois. I think it's like A-N.
No, Illinois sounds correct.
Yeah. But like that whole entire family is like one of the biggest wrestling families from generations from like when WWE was called the Worldwide Wrestling Federation to what it is now over the past over 40, 50 years. So
wasn't that WWF?
WWF, Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
And then it changed to World Wrestling Federation, then to World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah. And I think WWE just rolls off the tongue more.
Yeah.
As well as, there was a time I was somewhat really into wrestling. Only somewhat. And I could say this. My top two favorites for wrestling at the time. When I tried getting into it, I didn't. But I did have two favorites at the time, which was John Cena and Rey Mysterio. Mm. And you want to know why they were my favorites? Mm. I was trying to watch wrestling, and for some reason, I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
But
that was with me at the anime, so.
Yeah, and while I was trying to watch it, a movie came out during this time, which was Scooby-Doo meets WWE.
I think I watched that one.
Yeah, where they try to fight a cursed bear.
Yeah.
And then the bear ended up just being like, what was it, like John Cena's or one of the wrestlers' uncles was hidden as the bear. So then it took John Cena and Rey Mysterio taking him down. Mm-hmm. And that's when they showed, I don't know if this is an actual thing, but what is it, Wrestling Rushmore or something like that, where they had like the faces of like the best wrestlers on the face of the mountain. I don't know if that's a real place or not.
Yeah, I don't know either.
The one thing I could say about wrestling is that if you're new to it, it's amazing to watch. Yeah. But if unless you're like really into it, it's really hard to get into.
Sometimes it can be, yeah. Sometimes it can be hard to watch.
I think even with people who are more seasoned and like it, they even find it hard to watch because of the ways that some certain new characters are set up. You know, like one thing I'll say with the least amount of knowledge that I have about it. I know that they're trying to create unique characters for everyone. I still, to this day, do not like the idea of Dom Mysterio betraying his dad. I don't know why, but that seems out of character for me, at least.
I mean, but like if you understand the history of the business too, it's kind of for the business. kind of genius because like not only that, but like people have been drawn to like bring fans emotion to like hate certain characters and
We're getting a note.
And yeah, so because like, well, I'll try to make this quick, and then we'll get to MATPAT since we're getting towards the end. The fact of the business is like to make what people would say fake feel real.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I'll give it credit for because I remember when you showed me my first WrestleMania with Hunter. Me and him, because we barely watch wrestling, we're going like, oh shit, but like we were getting into the fights like, come on,
Yeah.
get out of the hold,
Mhm.
like it's so fake, it makes you think it's real.
And it's just because it's by professionals too. Like,
Yeah, like when you watch NXT, you could see the flaws behind
Yeah.
that acting. But then when you watch WWE, you're really sold on the fact that you're watching wrestling.
yeah,
So whenever people bring up like, oh, it's scripted, it doesn't matter if it's scripted because we don't know the outcome.
yeah.
They are here to give us a show and entertainment.
Mm.
But nonetheless, the one thing I will bring up is that if you think that these guys are pussies for doing it, fight them yourself.
Yeah.
I would love to say to have like a 20-year-old scrawny guy go up to fucking Dwayne Johnson and be like, you're such a pussy because of WWE. I could beat you up. And then The Rock is a hulking mass of muscle and
Yeah.
toned fixture.
Well, because like, it seems like a certain wrestling fans should think that they can book things better than the people that do actually book things for like certain storylines and stuff. It's not as easy as like trying to create a storyline for wrestling. Are you kidding me? And try to make one that's like.
Like, it has to seem real.
Yeah, not only that, it's one that people are going to be interested in and want to remember too.
Right, that's the reason why Undertaker is so iconic, was he was not only loved, but he was loved as a villain. They had multiple ways they could expand his character.
And not only that, he was in so many amazing storylines too, like especially the one with him and Shawn Michaels. Like that one was an incredible storyline.
Of course, we can't go without Undertaker without bringing up his most iconic rival, Kane. Kane was his rival, or his brother?
His brother, yeah, because they've been off and on for being allies to enemies throughout their careers.
Like, just being a villain, you already have so much to expand on that they made him more of an anti-hero, and I don't mind that. But another thing that's kind of nice to bring up for these is, if you don't like wrestling, then how come you watch movies?
Yeah.
Like, when you watch movies, you know that they're not actually punching each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
even in wrestling, sometimes like it happens too. Like someone might slip and fucking.
yeah, either that or sometimes one of the things I know that they can't fake is the extra items they bring out, like chairs, kendo sticks. Those actually hit, and you see, especially Cody Rhodes. Like, Cody Rhodes has been the new face of wrestling in my
Especially
opinion.
the chair shots. Like, there's no other way that you can debunk those.
Yeah,
Especially the one that I showed you with Triple H and Undertaker. You could hear the smacks. You can see the chair bending.
I'm gonna say, I think Cody Rhodes has become the new face of wrestling, though.
He really is. Yeah, he's really the fact just how much he's adapted over the past few years, considering what his career ended at what it was before, like a decade ago. He's really came a long way.
I think it's because he kind of similarly follows what WWE is, and that's an American traditional in ways. And so when you have someone like Undertaker, who's the American badass, and you made him a motorcyclist who fit in with that time really well, the character plays off very well. But then if you take someone like Cody Rhodes, he follows that same format, less gothic.
Yeah.
So he's kind of bound to be famous for that example. Another one I'll bring up who's very famous, even though they have like no connection to being an American anything, Rhea Ripley is undeniably the biggest female face of wrestling right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I want to say, at first it was definitely Becky Lynch, but ever since Rhea Ripley's joined, she has taken over.
Becky Lynch was more so from I think 2018 to probably 2021.
Yeah.
I'd say 2021, yeah.
Yeah, maybe early 2022, but then once Rhea Ripley came in from NXT, and if I remember, we were talking about this, she was blonde in NXT.
Yeah.
And then dyed her hair black for
Judgment Day.
Yeah, and another thing that makes me sad, It's the fact that, sorry for all of you women out there, Rhea Ripley's not a lesbian.
She has to be bi, though. She has to be.
I have to
She
agree
has.
with you.
There's no fucking way that she's just full on straight. She has to be bi.
Like, here's the thing about Rhea Ripley, is Rhea Ripley loves her character in wrestling, and she accepts that, and you could see it in the way she acts about her character, because you could see it in the way she talks about her character in interviews, where she's not like, yeah, they want me to do this or this. She's like, I wanted to do this, and I love this personality.
Yeah.
And her personality is just a very overly confident person. That's most of wrestling. Most personalities, it's like, I'm so overconfident, I could take on anything. But for Rhea Ripley, it's just like the sass and personality that she loves, and that's what gives her her character, is that she loves her character.
Yeah.
Then the other part about her is, I have to say that she's bisexual simply by the way she acts.
Oh, yeah.
Like, her character and the way that she loves her character and the way that she wears her makeup. I don't know if she does her own makeup. I don't know the costume designs. Acts like such a bisexual that, as an expert, I have to say congrats. You have fooled us all.
Oh, yeah.
But the other part that made us so sad is realizing she's married. And she's actually Australian.
Yeah. And she's being married to a freaking redhead.
Isn't he also Australian?
I don't think he's Australian. I would have to look it up, but we should probably get to MATPAT.
Yeah. So now time to talk about what we've...
We said at the beginning, MATPAT. I didn't watch MATPAT too much, but he was fairly known. Only one who was fairly known for all the game theories and whatnot.
I think the thing that made game theory so popular was FNAF.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it was also the fact that he was right about most of his theories. And he went so in depth that he was like, yeah, this is my theory. Here's how I prove this theory.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, these were so good in-depth details that even Scott Cawthon went out of his way to tell MATPAT himself, you've gotten most of your theories correct.
Yeah.
Then, what else? You know, actually, something that's amazing? He was about to not do FNAF for theories.
And so he started 2011, according to Google.
Yeah, so back in
13 years.
Back in 2014, he posted on Twitter, hey, should I do Five Nights at Freddy's or Slenderman? Because this is when the first Five Nights at Freddy's came out. And then everyone in the Twitter section kept saying, in the Twitter comments kept saying, hey, you should do FNAF. It's a really good game. And he even went out of his way to say, thank you for recommending me to do FNAF, or else my channel wouldn't have been as great as you guys have made it.
Yeah. So here it says in a tearful video, titled Goodbye Internet, MATPAT, a legal name Matthew Patrick, announced that March 9th, 2024 would be his last day hosting Game Theorists, and a popular YouTube franchise devoted to video game lore discussion. So another 2 months, basically.
Yep.
And then MATPAT retiring from YouTube. YouTube megastar MATPAT of the Game Theorist is retiring, saying he wants more time with his son. YouTuber MATPAT announced he is standing down from fronting his immensely popular YouTube channels. The veteran has been on YouTube for more than a decade and has amassed millions of subscribers.
Okay, you're searching up the same thing and getting the same answers, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but just, let's see what...
Well, no, you...
Is Markiplier retired? God, I hope not. And it brings up for him Matthew Patrick, and I want to see if him Markiplier. Bro, the day, because I know it'll probably come, if Markiplier retires, I'm going to fucking cry, because he was the reason why I started YouTube.
Dude, Jacksepticeye has been the biggest channel for me, specifically.
Jacksepticeye was a big second for me, yeah.
There was multiple times, too, when Jack was saying, like, I wanted to leave YouTube. Here's the biggest thing I'll say about any of these YouTubers. Even MATPAT said this in one of his videos, because I watched Film Theory as well. And he did a video on this new analog horror of Godzilla. And even he said, for like one of his final episodes, he actually came out and said, fuck you trollers who have tried to criticize and ruin this channel, because you took away a lot of what I enjoyed about it.
Yeah.
And they did the same thing with people like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, because Markiplier's dad died when he was young. That's what one of the reasons why he likes Markiplier, actually, is because he can relate to that. But Jacksepticeye's dad died while he was doing YouTube, and there was And if
That
you
was
remember,
about, it'll be 3 years in February, I believe.
but if you remember, what people were saying on his channel was there's a lot of bots saying, I think I've talked about this on this channel too, where they were saying like Jack's dad is getting raped in hell, or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
And there was like so many comments about it, and then Jacksepticeye even came out and said, I don't feel like I could even interact with my community anymore, no matter how much I want to, because so many people ruined it for them. That's why that's another reason why I say if you don't enjoy what we do when we talk, when we're watching videos or things like that, you can watch the videos yourself. You don't have to watch us.
Yeah.
We appreciate that you watch us.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, we're doing what we enjoy. I like the fact that you guys are watching and enjoying the content that we're watching, but at the same time, don't say that we're being fools or missing the point simply because we're talking. That's how we did our stuff for the longest time, before you even told us.
Yeah. I mean, we're going on, 2 years of doing this podcast?
Right, and we barely get any views, but if you're going to say to us that you want to enjoy it yourself. If you want to enjoy it with us, we do it our own way. It's like being friends with us. If you want to be friends with us, be friends with us. If you don't want to be friends with us, don't be friends with us. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So, sincerely speaking, fuck every single one of you who have ruined experiences simply because you wanted it done either your way or you didn't like how other people appreciated it.
Yeah.
You have ruined communities doing that.
I will say though, I'm not trying to freaking as far as I mean, I've experienced hate comments, but from what I know, for the most part, as far as the main channel, I feel like I have a pretty genuine community according to the comments.
Right.
Because
it actually feels like having a smaller audience. I'm able to connect with them a little more.
Yeah.
Because we're not getting a fuck ton of bots. We're getting mostly actual commenters.
Yeah, and for that, it's been really fortunate for me because being able to interact with you guys is something that is one of my favorite things to do as a content creator or YouTuber, because I want to be able to do that more, and I want to try to do that more as I start to grow with the channel, not only that but with the podcast as well.
I'm actually even going to go out of my way to say this. Give us hate comments. The reason being is because me and him laugh over them. The moment that we and him read, you guys should have stopped talking. We're trying to enjoy the video. That's why we brought it up in our other Dan Bask video of, if you don't like it, just watch the video yourself.
Yeah.
So, genuinely, even though we were saying that we despise hate comments, we don't. Me and him at least don't.
Yeah.
So please give us hate comments because
it's part of being a YouTuber, honestly. It's
right.
Really that's really what it is.
It's a part of being anything big.
Yeah.
You're bound to get hate no matter what. But all I'm going to say is it's just, if you don't enjoy it, don't enjoy it. Don't make it public. If you do want to make it public, go ahead. Me and him will laugh about it. And here's the thing. We're not going to belittle you by saying... I'm simply telling you, don't ruin other people's experiences and don't just leave hate comments because you hated it.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's something worth being hated, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Vegan teacher was a good example.
Yeah, oh my god, we need to start on vegan teacher. Ugh.
But then when you have a small channel like us, we've fucked up so many times. We've said shit on air we shouldn't have.
Oh yeah.
But nonetheless, we've shown you ourselves. If you like it, you like it. You don't like it, you don't like it. The amount of times I've told this man, edit that out.
Yeah.
Or how many jokes he's made, I told him, dude, you're gonna fuck up our careers if you say that.
I will say one last thing before we do the outro for MATPAT. And it's sad to see him go. Not only that, because I know he's been a huge part of a lot of people's childhoods and had an impact on a lot of people, because he has 18, 19 million. And
not only that, he's kind of in that same boat of Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, and Markiplier, where it's very famous.
Yeah.
But it's no one who goes on YouTube. He's like rappers in a sense. Of
nothing else to really prove to evolve his channel. He's already so big. There's not much else to really prove,
By the way, I just thought about
Same thing with PewDiePie. I'm surprised he hasn't really stopped, because he has the amount of subscribers you can possibly imagine. He's starting a family, you know what I mean?
Well, no, there's definitely more people who have more subscribers than PewDiePie now. Mr. Beast.
Oh yeah, I forget Mr. Beast is one, but
T-Series obviously.
But I mean, at the same time, there's not many channels that really reach over 100 million subscribers. You know what I mean?
And the thing about PewDiePie that's so sweet for me is I've been with PewDiePie ever since he was at fucking 20 million, 30 million.
I think I first heard of PewDiePie. I didn't watch his videos, but I think when I first heard of him, I think it was 2013, 2014 when I first heard of PewDiePie. But like I didn't really was very fond of his content until I got older.
I loved his content. I was an annoying kid, so I took inspiration out of him being rambunctious.
And also, I became a big fan of Markiplier because of when he first did Five Nights at Freddy's.
You know what I kind of realized about YouTubers that I just realized is YouTubers are kind of like rappers or like anyone in the music industry in that sense of like of a certain genre. Of like whenever you think of like rappers, the first ones that come to your mind is Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, Eminem. Like immediately when you bring up rap and who's the best rappers, those are like the immediate ones burn up. So then when you bring up YouTube, you have Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, and Markiplier as the main three, Mr. Beast. But I will admit, MATPAT had gotten so famous, even with the amount of subscribers, I'll say this, subscribers don't really matter. Yeah. It matters how often you're talked about and noticed. And he was one of them.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So we would like to basically end this video by saying thank you, MATPAT, for giving us your time, your theories, and getting the lore correct.
Yeah. Not only that, I just thought I wish him all the wealth in the world and luck in his future after YouTube. Like I say, he wants to spend time with his son, which, you know, like
honorable,
very honorable, and I'm very happy for him in a sense. Well, granted, like, yeah, it's sad to see him get off of YouTube, but not only that, like, I'm happy for him because he's able to do that. You know what I mean? Like, he's able to do that. So
right, like, not everyone really gets to escape YouTube.
Yeah. And like me, like if I were ever to retire from YouTube in the future, I don't know what I'd do because YouTube has been part of my life since I was 10 years old. You know
right,
what I mean?
And it somewhat just becomes like such a big job or hobby to some people that it's like you really can't go your entire life without thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I think one of the bigger things that I think one of the reasons why most people don't retire from YouTube like MATPAT does is because it's their careers.
Yeah.
So it's like leaving YouTube is simply leaving a job.
Yeah.
And when you leave YouTube, then you're having to go back out into the world to find a job. And that's so different because when you do YouTube, you have that leisure of you get a post whenever you want.
Yeah.
And then you get to make your own income once you get successful or famous enough.
Yeah.
But then once you leave, you're just out in the real world again. And not saying that you're not in the real world when you're in YouTube. It's saying simply of now you're back to like this very strict type of code that YouTube doesn't have. Like YouTube's guidelines basically are like its rule book of like what you're supposed to do for work. But then once you take into consideration when they leave, I like to imagine like it's such a big change of careers and jobs.
Yeah.
That it makes it kind of hard to have that sustainability because a lot of people that you see who get famous on YouTube, a lot of them end up thanking their audience because they're like, thank you guys, you gave me something I love doing and you made me famous for doing it and you gave me money for doing it basically.
Yeah.
Thank you for making my life like this because it wouldn't have been possible without them.
Gotta eat now or it's going in the fridge.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up.
Alright, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
How many times has it been now? 4? Not to shit on anyone, but that's kind of fucking annoying.
Yeah, but anyways, but I think we said what we wanted to. Granted, it's a little longer one, but I felt like we wrapped up a lot. But anyways, guys, so if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit that like, and also if you haven't already, subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already. Let's get us to 30 podcast subscribers, and we're at 22. And turn on notifications on, that way you're going to be notified from the episodes every Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I appreciate the hell of you guys. And again, make sure to go to my main channel, link in the description. Subscribe to my main channel to get regular content there every Friday, whether it's me or me and the guys or something else. I always try to put random shit in my channel. We'll get a podcast highlights over there as well. And
we haven't done the video with the guys in a while.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. And we'll get gaming videos over there as well, and all kinds of shit, and get us to 300 subscribers on the main channel. And yeah, so anything you want to address, or?
I got nothing.
Alright, so you guys enjoy, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate the hell out of you guys, and love the hell out of you guys, and I'm very grateful for you allowing us to be part of your weekend. And you'll see us here every Saturday to the Saturdays with Boys podcast. And as always, we will see you guys next week. And thank you, MATPAT. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you next week. Deuces.
Deuces.
Trapping.